about that band, huh?
Hey, isn't that something? Hey, they're great, aren't they?
What's the name? What's the name of the band? What's the name of the band?
New Orleans Jazz Band.
You really want to go to New Orleans band, don't you? The New Orleans Jazz Band.
Yes.
Are you from New Orleans?
Argentina.
You're from Argentina,
Uh-huh.
but you just want to be in New Orleans so bad.
We hope.
You hope to go there? What y'all gonna do when y'all get there? Just start playing?
Eddie.
Huh?
We've told them this is New Orleans. That's why we had the Spanish moss in the dressing rooms. And, I'll have another zombie. I was thinking about something. Thinking about your age, and I read somewhere somebody writing a piece about black comics, and they said Richard Pryor was 27 when Martin Luther King was killed, and Eddie Murphy was 6?
We died in '68.
Is that possible?
I was 7.
7, yeah. Now, it's funny how people almost think of you two as contemporaries, and, well, you are contemporaries, but I mean, and that Pryor is that much older than you are, so that their whole world of references is his work that presumably would go over your head because they're back before. Who's the first president you're conscious of remembering clearly?
Kennedy.
Yeah.
I was like 3. I remember when Kennedy got killed. I remember people like crying and all that stuff. Then I remember from Kennedy on, yeah.
Did they tell you what it was about?
I was 3, isn't it? You gotta sit down and go, little baby, listen. The president's been shot. And little 3-year-old's gonna go, oh no!
I guess the laughter is about the fact that was a dumb question. No, but I can imagine your parents saying, I want you to remember that. I know a lady was held up when she was a baby and said, now take a good look at that man in white. That's Mark Twain. Someday you'll remember this. And she vomited. No, but she remembers that clearly, that man in the white suit. You'll want to remember. It's Mark Twain. Have you ever read Mark Twain? Do you like to read Mark Twain?
Not a drop.
See, that's too bad, because you and he are two of our great comic talents in various ways. You'd love Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, I've seen it.
On the shelf?
No, I mean, I've seen the movie.
Oh, seen the movie, yeah. Are you offended by the word nigga in it?
Why? Where'd that come from?
Did I say that?
She's like possessed.
No, it's just that there's a big flap in various parts of the country where people want that, great
You have to
American
say
novel
that,
taken
yeah.
off the shelves because of the word nigger. Nigger Jim is a character.
I thought you would say the various parts of the country where they enjoy hearing someone say that on television.
Oh, no.
And this is cable. It's
No, I
like we're
wouldn't.
sitting in Memphis like this. I like that, Cavett, boy. You see him say nigger right in front of us? I don't like it. Nigger sitting 2 inches away. He's just looking at
Oh, no. No, you know me better than that. I mean, the fact that I've done shows with George Wallace, Lester Maddox, and yet we're friends, and I think that's what America's all about. Mm-hmm. Is that right, folks? I've always wanted to see that on a show, no applause. I mean, I think this is one of the great countries and that parents should spend more time with their children. Isn't that right, folks? And nothing, no applause. But I did a show once you'd have enjoyed because, I guess, was Lester Maddox, then a famous racist, walked off the show because he felt that I had insulted him and the people of Georgia. And the fact that Jim Brown and Truman Capote were the other 2 guests may have had something to do with
Lester
the
Maddox,
strange
Jim Brown, and Truman Capote.
Yeah, that was a good
3 the hard way.
I wonder how old you were when that was on. That would have been 73.
And I was born 61. I was
Yeah.
12.
You probably weren't watching my show every night.
Not a drop. I was 12 years old. I was going to see Bruce Lee movies at Roosevelt. Ooh, man. Clint, remember when Bruce Lee used to come to the Roosevelt Theater and we'd get to the Hess station and see Bruce Lee?
Oh, yes. I feel
that
bad
was my idol when I was...
I know, and I upset you badly once, and I feel bad about that.
Oh, yeah, Bruce Lee rumor?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Huh?
That's not true.
What about?
You know what you said. I don't want to say it again, but you know rumors you always... You know, put it this way. You know rumors you always hear about people, you go, him? Nah. One of those rumors.
Not nice to his mother. Yeah, well...
That's not true.
Have it your way, Eddie.
Not Bruce. Bruce was bad, man. Bruce Lee and Elvis Presley, those were guys that was like coming up.
Yeah, Presley was your... Well, I like Presley, too. Of course, I knew him when he was young. Young Presley, when he first came along in the days when Ed Sullivan shot him from the waist up, you know, because they didn't dare show his gyrating hips at third. It might turn on. I got
turned on to Presley from his movies. That's when I got into Elvis Presley.
Not from
I was a Presley fiend. Yeah. I still think Elvis Presley's like the coolest entertainer that ever lived. Like, he's just cool. Because the man is from the South. This is a guy is like, he's like from the South, and you would never know it to see his film. He's a really cool guy, Elvis Presley. Not saying that Southerners aren't cool, but you know, Elvis was from Tupelo?
Tupelo, Mississippi, yeah.
Now that guy, there's a guy like, back in when Elvis was born, there was no shoes in Tupelo. This guy is like real hip, one shoe.
Yeah. Because there was no shoe business. Or no business like shoe business in Tupelo. See how you try for a joke and miss it? Listen, my wife's relatives, though, can remember...
Really bad joke, Cavett.
That was a bad one, yeah. My wife's relatives can remember the following. Hearing on a hot summer day a voice say, Elvis Presley, you get off that fence with that guitar and get inside and do some work.
Your wife knew Elvis Presley?
He was in Tupelo, right? And when she was relatives of hers and they were in that area...
Elvis Presley, get off that fence with that guitar?
You get off that fence and do some work. You go and wash your hair.
Wash your hair?
Yeah. You are the laziest boy. I mean the laziest boy.
Your wife is from Tupelo?
She doesn't talk like that, but she's
and she knew Elvis?
No, she's from Greenwood in the Delta. And Elvis was, he was the kid on the fence who was supposed to go in and do some work. Yeah. As Bob Hope would say, hey, isn't that something? You know what
they all
so
ready.
Many things
See,
I
they
wanna...
got their horns like this.
They must have sensed that I was running down or something. When we get back, I want you to show me why, when I danced at Bentley, even with the lights as low as they are in there, in silhouette, they could tell I was white. Do you know what I mean by that?
We'll be right back right after this word from...
Yeah.
What kind of commercial?
A local station.